Hi, this is me, Kylie Chase, and I'm here interviewing my pawpaw. Pawpaw, state your name,
Larry Bronner.
state your age.
I'm 74.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your childhood and the events. Is that okay?
That is fine.
Okay. First question. When you were a child, how did your family get the news?
Well, there were several ways that we got the news. Number one, we got a newspaper each day with the written word from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. And then also there was news on the radio and there was news on television.
Perfect. How has listening to music changed when you were a child, and how do you listen to music now?
When I was a child, about the only place that you would hear music is on the radio, and it was mostly AM radio at that time. And then there was some stuff on TV, some shows that there were music type shows, but that was the key ways. Then there was also, we had records, vinyl records.
Okay.
And we had CD tapes that we listened to.
Perfect.
I don't guess it was really CD tape. It was just, say, tape.
Yeah. What is a memorable historical event that you lived through, and how did you find out that event happened?
Okay. I guess one of the biggest historical events that I found out was the death of President Kennedy when he was shot in Dallas. I was on the safety patrol and I was in elementary school. And basically what that was, we went out in the mornings and in the afternoons and we were crossing guards. And I had gone home for lunch on November 22nd and had lunch. And when I got back to school, the vice principal came to my room and called me down to his office, and myself and another safety guard was asked to go out and lower the flags to half staff. And that's when we found out why we were lowering the flags to half staff, that President Kennedy had been shot and killed.
And then last question, how has the internet changed in the world during your lifetime?
Well, obviously, early on in my lifetime, there was no internet. And now, the internet pretty much rules the whole world. We did not have cell phones. The only phone that you had was hardlined into your house, or a payphone that you might see on the side of the road or at a 7-Eleven or something like that. Internet, I guess I really began, I was an adult when I began to understand what the internet was, and it's just grown and grown and grown, and now it pretty much rules our lives.
Is there anything else you want to add, or just?
Well, I do want to add about the internet, where before the internet, if you wanted to learn something or research something, you basically had to go to the library, or a lot of homes had encyclopedias that families would buy from people who came door to door selling encyclopedias, and that's where you got a lot of your information. And now you just get your computer out or your phone out, and you can find anything that you want to know about on the internet nowadays immediately.
Do you like having that, or do you wish?
I think it's good and it's bad, but used in the right way, I think it's very useful. Very useful.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Okay.
And I guess that's it.